Welcome back, everybody. This is Soarin Scratchin. We're going to do a reaction tonight, thanks to you guys out there, based on a poll that we left online. And I'm looking forward to this. Neither of us have have watched any of those videos. So the winning choice, I think, is going to be good. Anyway, I am the Eagle fan. My friend, as I ponder off into the distance.
Yes, 'tis I, Evil Chicken. Welcome to our channel. And thank you for voting. This is going to be fun. Dave, people voted, and what won?
People voted. Yes, they did, and by a large margin. There were 5 options. 67% of the vote went to Internet Historian.
Wow.
Going
That's kind of
camping
cool.
at the end of the world.
How's about that, sports fans? Interesting.
Sounds like fun camping.
You're not kidding. As I mentioned and stumbled through on when we were talking, it's very Douglas Adams-esque, kind of like the restaurant at the end of the universe. But I don't know. I don't know where they're heading. So I'm interested to find out.
I am equally interested, sir. So,
fair enough.
Without any, actually, we might have just a little momentary ado here.
Yeah.
I need to make sure. I'm sorry, I am being very we're being
It's okay.
Very professional here. I apologize. I got everything else set up for our shot, but I didn't select the window for that one again, since we were looking at other stuff at the end of last time.
Gotcha.
Anyway, are you ready?
I happen to be.
You guys out there ready? That looks like a yes. Let's hear some Internet Historian. Looks like this one starts with an ad.
Oh baby, look at the size of that sponsor.
Just relax.
Okay.
Everything's totally serene. You're floating through a cloud. The sun is warm on your The end is nigh. A prophecy has been foretold. The rapture is coming. And we have the specific date. Soon the believers will rise and the impure will be left below. So repent, sinner. Repent. Get your affairs in order. Take your preparation H. That's preparation for heaven. Because the world will officially end on May 21st, 2011. Wait, what?
We're left
May
behind.
21, there's going to be a terrific earthquake, way, way greater than anything that the Earth has ever experienced, and that'll be the beginning of Judgment Day.
I had a feeling, based on the name, that it was going to be about that lunatic.
There's a lot of lunatics to choose from, but let's swing with this guy.
Oh, have you heard his stuff in the past?
I think it was
Harold Camping?
Yeah, it was kind of
He
unavoidable.
has had multiple end of the world prediction dates.
Yeah, and
And
still
never
people
goes
are on
back to
board with it.
explain
So.
what happened.
There was this God, it around where we live, there was back in 2011. Somebody had taken an RV and put it all over it, end of the world, blood of Christ, and I affectionately called it the conversion van, but as it the
I named it that.
oh, I'm sorry, I take that back, please. I've been corrected, real time. One of the disembodied voices said, yes, we were. Oh, no. Yeah, but there's an RV too. And as it turns out, one of the disembodied voices has corrected me, real-time fact checking, and it was her idea to say that. So I take the another voice says hers was the Bloodmobile.
Okay.
So, which is very good. Apparently, I'm just stealing material from my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you,
Harold
disembodied
Camping,
voices.
you say?
Yes. The worst one was the Mayan prediction idea.
Oh, you see, I think this is worse.
Well, no, but what I thought was worse about that
Yeah.
one? What was it, December 21st, 2012?
Yeah.
That was a freaking Friday.
Yeah, the world's not going to
Come
end
on.
Friday.
Don't make me go to work all week and then end the world.
See, Dave, I like the way you're thinking. You got moxie.
And it on
Eagle
like a
fan,
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Right?
get back.
Yeah. Okay.
Careful.
In late 2010, a campaign was launched to save some souls. They suited up, took to the streets. But it was more than just placards and flyers. Soon they were joined by a caravan of 5 RVs roaming the country, spreading the good word about the Rapture. Thousands of people took it seriously. Many began selling their possessions. They were maxing out credit cards, taking on debt. Even the news picked up on it.
The end is near.
Advertising was put on bus stops, in subways. A big expensive billboard was put up. Then another. Then another. Then 5,000 more. In fact, this quickly became the most expensive single event advertising campaign ever, totaling over $100 million just to tell people about a rapture on May 21st, 2011. How the heck did this happen?
Hold on a second.
Harold Camping.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. Not for nothing. Did he just say 100 million was spent on that?
Yes.
Did he? Okay. How many people could you have fed? Just like Jesus wanted it, to feed the poor and house. How many people could be housed? How many families?
There's
be-
socialistic talk.
Out of spoilers, Jesus was a socialist. Read the red words. Don't listen to the fan club leaves much to be desired. So
I saw
Anyway,
that in
sorry.
the reviews.
yes, what?
I saw that in the reviews.
Yes. But how many people could have been lifted up? You're supposed to be the light of the world. Be the light of the world. Don't be weird. Anyway, go ahead. I had to just put that in there. I'm done.
And you've now found out that we now have our evil chickens soapbox hour. Thank you for joining us.
We all are welcome.
Let's continue.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you.
So who is this hardcore gangster rapturist, Harold Camping? He was one of the biggest figures in Christian media. He had a show, Open Forum, hosted by his company, Family Radio. In 2010, it was a media empire, worth over $70 million. His message went out on over 200 radio stations across the United States, and many more around the world. His listenership? Millions. And when he says the world will end, a decent-sized contingent believed it. Now, hold on. I can see the comment section filling up with edgy atheists and skeptics already. Listen, at first I also didn't believe Mr. Camping. I get it. There have been many people to predict the rapture before and get it wrong. But wait, give him a chance.
I looked at all the scientific data I could find, like carbon-14 dating or potassium-argon dating.
This time, it's different. Camping is coming at you with irrefutable evidence of the rapture because he's using math. This is not just a bit, this is actually how he calculated the rapture. So, Jesus died on April 1st, 33 AD. Now take the year 2011. That's a difference of 1,978. We times that by 365.2422, and that gives you the number of days it's been since that, including leap years. That equals 722,449. Now keep that number in mind. Keep it in your head. Atonement. Now that's 5. Completeness. That's 10. And heaven is 17. Now we times them all together, and look at this. 850. Then we square that, and that's 722,500. A difference of 51. 51 days plus April 1st, 2011 equals May 21st, 2011. You did it, Mr. Camping. You've cracked the code. And needless to say, his skeptics were left destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's
Well, it
a
makes
whole
sense now.
lot
At
of
least
crazy
it's
going on there.
explained.
It's explained. I
Yeah.
can't say that it makes sense.
Well, it's explained.
It's explained. How those random numbers mean anything.
You know, in Matthew 23, if I'm not mistaken, Eagle fan, it talks about false teachers and false prophets. This
we have
guy,
it.
kick him out. Kick
It-
him
it's-
out.
And I don't even know where he gets the numbers for the atonement and everything.
Oh,
Atonement
also
is 5.
scripturally, nobody knows when it's happening. Just according to scripture. Just saying. I don't know if I have
And
enough
doesn't it
olives.
actually say that it will only be false prophets that claim to know?
Yeah, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Anyway,
Yes.
without getting too deep into our scripture lesson for tonight.
Nah, we're about as deep as a pie plate. So go ahead.
By facts and logic. Even the ones who pointed out that he predicted the rapture once before in 1994 in a Louis Theroux documentary.
1994 will be the last day of the final tribulation period.
But shut up. He's got more to say than just the date. My boy is about to tell you how the whole thing is gonna go down.
There you go.
So God's gonna snatch up all the good boys, about 200 million of us. Everyone else? Pets? Even the cute ones. So dudes, you're getting left behind. Then at 6 p.m. exactly on Christmas Island, earthquakes are gonna start doodling all over the place, rolling their way across the earth, taking out almost everyone at exactly 6 p.m. according to their time zone. Those earthquakes will then trigger gigantic tsunamis, 10 kilometers tall, and go as far inland as Colorado. Every soul left behind will be forever damned, eventually to go straight down to heck.
Well, there we are.
I like his little cutscenes in
No
there.
sex for me. I'm Christian.
Perfect.
That's brilliant.
Perfect
That's
pause right
just
there.
Brilliant. So, thoughts, Dave?
I'm loving it.
My guess, yeah, exactly. My guess is it didn't happen in '94 because of some sort of a mathematical error. I can't understand that because everything seemed to be so sane and logical.
Yeah, that was
With
so.
those numbers.
Everything seemed tight right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a 1 that forgot to be carried or something.
Yeah. You know, not for nothing, but as scriptures also say, they will know you by your fruit, the fruit of your life. This guy's just, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's not, does he walk like a duck or talk like a duck? Then it's probably a duck. If this guy's doing nothing but this, what is he? He's an opportunist is what he is.
It's like those other opportunists out there who are flying around in their $1 million jets.
It's
because
appalling.
God wants them to have.
And
a
people
jet.
keep falling for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big confidence scheme, and yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
Well, we can watch some more and laugh. There we go.
Bring it on.
Now, let's not go lumping everyone in. Most Christian groups did not believe in Harold Camping's teachings. In fact, most Christian groups don't believe in predicting the rapture at all, and even consider it a sin. Matthew 24:36 specifically says that no man can know the day or the hour. So to try and guess at it would be to go against Scripture. Accordingly, Protestant and Catholic groups denounced Mr. Camping's claims.
May 21st, he's a follower of Harold Camping. The scriptures do not teach that. No man knows the day or the hour.
In fact, even Camping's own producer at Family Radio said it was a bad idea. But that didn't stop Mr. Camping. He saw the big churches as corrupt anyway, so he ignored them and continued charging forward with his prediction.
There's just no reason in the world, no possibility that it will not happen.
And so did his followers.
97% of the people God will destroy.
Do you think this thing is getting blown up too much in the media and elsewhere?
Yes.
Before we go on, two important details. Number one, Family Radio receives most of its funding through donations, bequeathments, ads, merchandise, and sponsors, but mostly just donations. Two, Family Radio was established in 1959, Camping is the owner and CEO, but there are two other chairmen on board to keep him in check. Or at least there were. Unfortunately, in recent years, those other chairmen were getting quite old and sick and having a tougher and tougher time telling Camping no to poor decision making. So by 2010, Camping effectively had free reign over the company. Free reign over its messaging, free reign over its audience, and free reign over the spending. And he started spending like the world was going to end. The media soon picked up on the ubiquitous advertising, and the word spread further. This, in turn, encouraged more advertising, and in turn more media interest, so things were snowballing. By early May, everyone was talking about the Rapture. The search term End of the World May 21st was number 2 on Google search, followed by Harold Camping, May 21st Doomsday, and May 21 Rapture also in the top 10. The traffic online was so substantial it even caused Family Radio's servers to crash. Soon, it became a bit of a meme. And the internet did what it does best. On May 19th, Operation Rapture was conceived. Okay lads, we wake up early on May 21st and throw clothes into the street. It's going to look like a bunch of people were teleported to the afterlife, and hopefully, some of them are going to freak out. Well, they had a pretty good turnout, but it doesn't seem like anyone fell for it. Disappointingly, it seems like no one showed up for the pre-Rapture orgy organized on Facebook either. Although maybe that's because the location was a bit vague. But best of all was an event organized by the Phenomenauts. They got people together in the middle of town and filled a bunch of sex dolls with helium and attached them to balloons to transcend into the heavens. It was a beautiful moment, and it made a lot of us reflect.
Should have been a better person!
Yoink. People also tried to make some cash off the situation. They offered to buy Camping's followers' stuff on Craigslist for pennies on the dollar.
Offering to buy on Craigslist raptured people's possessions.
There was also a famous eBay auction, $100,000 post-Rapture insurance for only $19.99. But one startup did do quite well.
Dog sit for those called up to heaven.
Based around taking other people's pets in the event of a rapture. And I believe they still operate today. So up next, we'll show you what happened on May 21st and what happened to all those people who truly believed. But
We got left behind, man.
Well, to be fair. Nah, just kidding. I don't make any comments or anything about the will of the Almighty. What God wants, God gets. God help us all.
Wait,
So,
maybe.
I stole that line too. That was actually Roger Waters. Please forgive me. See,
Man.
confession's good for the soul, Dave.
You are stealing a lot of lines here today.
I am. I'm stealing's bad. That's one of the 10.
Maybe the Almighty just wanted some sex dolls and knew that was going to happen. Just floating that out there.
They were floating it up there, so it's okay.
Let's see what happened first.
First,
My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick, my crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my
ad time. Who's there?
Hello, it's me.
Oh my god, it's Jesus. What are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to tell you that me and God have seen your Google search history and were very disappointed.
Oh no.
That's right, and now you're not getting into heaven, or the more exclusive version, Super Heaven, which features a delicious seafood buffet.
Oh
I love
no.
seafood buffets.
Yup.
Oh, how I wish I had taken the time to hide my internet viewing habits.
Well, you didn't, and now you're doomed forever.
Has this ever happened to
That's
you?
one more than
Go to
four.
nordvpn.com/internethistorian to keep your website traffic anonymous.
All looks wholesome to me.
Plus, it also gives you region unlocking. Oh, hey, look, it's the UK's exclusive channels. And you didn't even pay a telly license. Oi, stop that. That'll be £52.09. Too late, copper. I've Brexited to Australia now, a place where no law can touch me. How much would you pay for this service? $1 billion? Literally gazillions? Not today. Get 75% off 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/internethistorian and use code internethistorian to get a free extra month, which includes unlimited data, ultra fast speeds, region unlocking in all these places, also a map of the world which is useful for things such as geography.
Wow, that's so good I might even get code Internet Historian NordVPN myself.
Yes, Jesus, I think that would be a good idea. Ha 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 ha.
ha ha.
Ad over. Before we go on with Mr. Camping, I want to point out two other predictions. In 1806, Mary Bateman also predicted doomsday. Through a chicken. It was dubbed the prophet hen of Leeds, because it started laying eggs with the message, Christ is coming, marked onto them. Amazing. And it all appeared legit. Locals saw the hen lay eggs with the message already written onto them. Can't fake that. Oh my god, people said.
That's an amazing cloaca.
Maybe. Maybe that was just advertising for... Nah, never mind.
I see.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Whoa, oh my god. Whoa. I'm sorry, that just circled around and then smacked me in the back of the head. Like, what?
The holy version. Anyway, I apologize to anyone out there.
Lightning and thunder. Wow.
And many more flocked to the area to pray. Well, on inspection of the eggs, it was soon figured out what was going on. Mary Bateman had used a corrosive substance to etch into the egg, and then, a couple of minutes before everyone would gather around to watch the chicken lay, Mary would... Oh dear.
No!
Come on, man, it's not funny. She was an interesting character, though. Claimed to be a witch, poisoned a couple that same year with a deadly pudding. She was later tried and hanged in 1809. Strips of skin from her corpse were tanned and sold as magic charms to ward off evil spirits. What the fuck am I reading?
As one does.
Also, shout out to 2012. Remember that one?
As December 21st, 2012 marks the end of the world.
Well, we came because it's the end of the world tomorrow, and we thought we'd better pop in here because apparently this place will be saved.
With accents like those, you would hope they'd be the first to go come the apocalypse.
Okay, let's get on with it.
These are assholes wherever you go.
Let's take a closer look at some of the people who followed camping. Take Robert Fitzpatrick, 60, former government employee.
I had plans after I retired, but I put them all aside. I feel as if I've been drafted.
He took almost all of his life savings, $140,000, to have 3,000 posters put up in New York City subways and bus stops.
I'm not going to tell you I'm down to my last penny, but, you know, it's a good chunk of what I had saved up, sure.
Does it matter if you're down to your last penny, if the doomsday is coming?
No, it doesn't.
And he's not the only one. According to the LA Times, the Bauer family hopped in their minivan and drove across the country to see all of the big landmarks before it was too late, racking up thousands of dollars in credit card debt in the process. They really believed they were going to die.
Think of the
Worse
memories,
still,
though.
the Ramsey family. The father quit his job. So did his...
Excuse me. Yeah, at least they got something out of it.
You know, I think the best things to collect are experiences. Like going into debt for Rapture.
Yeah. If they got through the debt, they at least had something out of it after that. I don't know how much debt they got themselves into, but as long as they didn't go too crazy, they at least have something to show for it. Not like that guy with the posters who...
You know, you feel sorry to a certain extent, and then you think,
No,
you know, I mean, these people...
They willingly did it.
They want to believe. And this guy, false teacher, false prophet, wolf in sheep's clothing, says one thing and they just buy it, you know?
And it's not like they donated it to him.
No, but it's critical thinking skills.
So
that's what's missing here. And that's what kills me. Because you see it in strata across society. And not just here in America, but all over the world.
It hasn't changed.
Jumping Jehoshaphat. Yeah.
There's
it
still a
has.
serious lack of that. Anyway.
You know, yeah, that whole we hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yeah.
I used to put a lot of faith that a lot of people believed in self-evident truths. But no,
isn't
that's
what you
not
think
the
it
case.
means anymore.
Anyway,
okay.
I don't know, Dave. Do you feel bad for these peeps, or you know,
Not so
to a certain
much.
extent?
Not so much.
I mean, yeah.
They did it themselves.
Yeah,
how they
exactly.
honestly believe that, like you said, and has even been pointed out on here, that no one would know the final time and date.
Yeah.
So they're obviously not reading that. So I don't know what, you know, they're in doctrine somehow.
They're hearing the cliff notes. You see, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not following the letter of the law. The Bereans in the early church, they would be like, if you can read it, great. Show me in these sacred texts where it says that I should, you know, listen to the chicken that lays the eggs, or to Mr. Camping, or to sell everything and drive across country, and you ain't gonna find it.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not,
riveting.
I mean, we have seen plenty of the Cliff Notes versions out there from.
Oh, good God! Yeah, we really have.
We went to school in it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You're correct. We went through a series of programming. Yes, it's very true.
From kindergarten through 12th grade for me, anyway.
8th through 12th, and that was enough.
I at least feel like I've come a long way.
Yes, it's what a long, strange trip it's been.
So let's hear about the couple that quit their jobs.
Oh my God, I feel so. They have families, I bet.
His mum. His younger brother quit high school, and his wife Marcia thought she was never going to meet her unborn child. Some of these people's lives got pretty fucked up.
That's a shame.
Yes.
The day is here. It's Rapture time. Here we go. Oh Lord, I'm ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a rapture. Watch me, guys. Mr. Camping spent the day at home in quiet solace and contemplation, waiting for 6 p.m. But that's not what Mr. Fitzpatrick did. A confident Fitzpatrick marched into the middle of Times Square amongst a crowd of mocking bystanders. ready to prove everyone wrong.
6 o'clock.
In 3 minutes. If it does not happen, what will that mean?
I wouldn't entertain that question.
You're confident.
That's what I read in the Bible.
Here it comes.
No, you didn't.
3, 2, 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Nothing happened. And then 6:01, 6:02, and by 6:03, Fitzpatrick's convictions turned to confusion, and it's pretty hard not to feel sorry for him.
I disagree.
No, you almost made me shoot an olive out of my nose. I hope you're happy.
Actually, quite.
It's a shame because now,
Yeah, but his statement alone said, it's in the Bible. No.
It's not.
No, it's not.
You're right.
It's not anywhere in there.
You're absolutely right. One of the things that kind of pisses me off is people are so easy to jump onto the I'm being persecuted bandwagon. And it's bull. Because if don't get me wrong, there are places in the world where your religion you will be persecuted for.
Yeah.
And to a certain degree, yeah, there is that happens in America. But let me tell you, American persecution, versus other countries' persecution, that's the real deal. This guy, he's about to be persecuted. He brought it on himself. but
I'm going to get a little political with this next statement.
Go ahead.
The problem that we see with a lot of people screaming persecution nowadays,
right?
Religious persecution is not persecution. It's that their advantages are being taken away. They're not given the extra advantage. And being equal with others is now being seen as persecution.
Interesting.
Or people trying to tell them that they're equal to others is being seen as persecution.
So you're saying that when the entitlements are stripped away, that's persecution?
It's not persecution. It's seen by them.
Yes, I agree.
Persecution.
Yeah. Okay. I can't argue with that.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get back.
Don't. I think it was a good observation.
6:03 now. Let's see what happened to this nice gentleman. Very misled.
Times Square.
I didn't water my plants. I didn't do the dishes before I left. I didn't expect to be going back home. But it looks like I will be going back home.
But look, just so we're clear, we're all still alive, and the rapture didn't happen. Camping was not in the same celebratory mood.
I'm ready to shoot myself or go on a booze trip.
The next day was a Sunday.
Wait, a booze
People
trip?
were crushed, confused, looking for...
I'd join him on that, but...
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, booze trip. Hey, you see, there's good and bad in everyone, Dave. This is Mr. Camping's little ray of sunshine.
Let's hear that again. Or did he say cruise trip?
Yeah. That's what did he say?
So we're clear. We're all still alive, and the rapture didn't happen.
Get the dance again.
Camping was not in the same celebratory mood.
I'm ready to shoot myself or go on a booze trip.
The next day was a Sunday.
Sounded like it
People
to
were
me.
crushed, confused, looking for answers. They showed up at Camping's church expecting to see him, but someone else was holding the congregation. Instead, Camping spent the day holed up in his house.
Give me a day. No interviews at all today.
But I'm wondering how you feel today about your prediction.
Well, I'm bewildered. I'm very bewildered, and that's all I can say right now.
On Monday, he appeared on his program.
I'm very bewildered that my made-up numbers didn't turn out to be true.
Now, if memory serves, and I could be wrong, and maybe I shouldn't say anything just yet and just let the video go. I think he say that, oh, my math was wrong. It's actually going to be next month or something like that.
That is sounding familiar in my mind as well. I knew he had one from back in the 90s. And then this one. But I thought there was a third one that he had, and that could be it.
Yeah, I think so.
Bewildered. I'm very bewildered, and that's all I can say right now.
On Monday, he appeared on his program. But this time, no open forum. But what he did have was a whole bunch of rationalizations. In fact, your boy was doubling down with another prediction. October 21st, 2011.
And this is it. And it will continue right up until October 21, 2011. And at that time, the whole world will be destroyed.
Now, I know what you're going to say, and okay, maybe he got it slightly wrong, but this time he has irrefutable proof of the rapture. Using math. Again. So camping took May 21st. Then he looked in the book of John, which states they caught 153 fish. So add 153 days to May 21st, making the new rapture October 21st. How can you argue? It's flawless.
Yes, Mr. Camping. Add the fish number. You've got it this time.
On Tuesday, he opened the phones on his radio show, and it was the first time that his show was ever exciting to watch.
Why didn't the rapture happen on May 21st? Don't cut me off yet. And why do you believe so much on it's going to happen another 5 months? You're really pathetic. You know, I wasted all my money, and I sent it to you, and now I don't have nothing. I was putting my hopes in you. You understand? I wish I could see you face to face. I'd smack you right in the...
What say you now? Calling names doesn't help anything.
After that, viewership steadily declined. Now, after his prediction for October 21st, the media asked him,
Am I on cocaine?
No, they asked him...
Will you dissolve the company in October?
His response?
I am not the CEO. I'm a servant of God working here, and God is the CEO. We look to him all the time. He has 1,000 ways of getting me out of here. We have to leave that question with the Lord, not with you or with me. That's not our business. That's God's business.
And how prescient. Because 2 weeks later, he had a stroke.
I do hope he gets the message.
But he didn't. A month later, he was back to doing his show. And he pressed on with his new prediction. By October 16th, though, he came to his senses. He admitted that no man could know exactly when the rapture would happen, and made no statement when October 21st came and went. Finally, on November 1st, he retired from his leadership position at Family Radio. Just under 2 years later, he was dead. The result of complications from a fall at his home.
It wasn't me, it was him. Look at him. Get him.
But look, I don't want to be too harsh. He was a flawed man. He messed up some people's lives. But in the end, he confessed his mistakes too.
I was totally convinced, totally convicted of it, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I have sinned.
I think he truly believed the rapture was coming. This wasn't one big grift. And everyone just kind of got swept up in the excitement of it all. So let's put a bow on it with what happened to Family Radio. During the Rapture campaign, Family Radio raised a lot of money, but not as much as they spent. As well as draining their funds, they sold off important radio stations to pay for a lot of the advertising. In the process, they greatly tarnished their reputation. They were bringing in scores of millions in revenue in 2011, but by 2012, it was down to single-digit millions. Now, this is still a substantial amount, but not when you consider their operating costs were $26 million per year. And they couldn't rely on donations to make up the windfall because goodwill had dried up. Now, with fewer radio stations...
Sorry, I had to laugh. Did you see what it said on the screen?
I missed it.
See if you get
their reputation. They were bringing in scores of millions in revenue in 2011, but by 2012, it was down to single-digit millions. Now, this is still a substantial amount, but not when you consider their operating costs were $26 million per year. And
I'll let you read it for a minute.
Mr. Beast.
I just thought that was funny. Anyway, let's continue.
They couldn't rely on donations to make up the windfall because goodwill had dried up. Now, with fewer radio stations and a shrinking reach, they moved to distance themselves from camping and his baggage. Shows from mainstream Christian groups that Harold pronounced as corrupt were brought into the programming schedule. They announced they would no longer air the teachings of Mr. Camping. And finally, on their website, they removed the archives of Mr. Camping's audio recordings. Okay, I've kind of bummed everyone out, but that's the end of the story. I've got nothing else to say, so here's a whole bunch of weird Baroque and Renaissance paintings.
That's a good segue.
Help me. Mom warning me not to fill up before dinner. Me.
Well, time to breastfeed again.
Put me down. I'm 45 years old.
That's good. That's all looking good. God damn it. You're not supposed to look straight at the camera.
Hey, did you pay for that cross?
Yes.
Here, have another bloody me.
Yeah, this is Joseph's kid, Craig. He likes grapes.
It's true. I do. Wait, there's a mosquito.
Thanks.
My new son. He is so beautiful.
Also, previous video, Jeff the Killer, Sonic High School next week, NordVPN.
Wow. I think it was great to end it with the Baroque paintings. I think that was lovely, actually.
Yeah, I gotta say, as I've said in the past, I really like his stuff.
So, I guess
stuff.
For the next person that calls the end of the world, no.
Don't listen to him. Don't do it.
Just don't. Think for yourself. Don't let somebody else do your thinking for you.
Now, I have to ask though. You do know that Mr. Beast reference, right?
Well, I'm not so sure. I thought it was just a question of Satan, but what do you got?
No, actually, Mr. Beast is actually a YouTuber that apparently is extremely wealthy and does a lot of videos where he actually gives a bunch of stuff away. Like he's giving away houses and cars and my daughter showed me this one video where I forget what the final prize was, but it was like 100 people started and they had to just stay within this circle in this big warehouse type building.
Yeah.
And then like the next day they came in and they drew a smaller line, and then they would start offering like different prizes and things for people who wanted to get out, and there was a whole bunch of money that was given away and all that and stuff. I have no idea where he gets it all from, but he's got like many followers. So that's why I got a kick out of seeing that on there with Mr. Beast has left the group.
Wow, that's That is kind of funny. Thank you. I did not
Certainly.
know.
That's why I wasn't sure, because after you saw it and I saw your reaction, then I started thinking, wait a minute, maybe he's thinking beast as in...
Yeah, I was thinking, beast as in a sort of a satanic influence.
And I think might even be his actual tag.
I don't know.
Okay, here's his... Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sorry. Definitely
No, it's okay.
Scintillating video here we're doing.
No, actually, this is good. We're fact-checking. So you don't have to.
He's got 72 million subscribers.
Huh. Well, there we are.
It's insane.
So is it a question of people just being motivated by what they can get? Is it a materialistic
I don't know how he started out, so I don't know what started all of this.
Gotcha.
It may have become that. Here's some of his popular video numbers. 146 million views, 141 million views, 133 million views. So he definitely has a lot of stuff out there.
Okay. All right. Well,
excuse me. I'm sorry. The last to leave the circle thing, I see that on here. It was for $500,000.
Yeah, it turns people into like a game show. What was that show you were telling me about, Dave? Squid Games?
Yes.
There you go. It's human Squid Games. No thanks.
It's not really that.
No?
It's actually not really that, because it's not...
Please forgive me.
Any of the stuff that I've seen, like I said, I've only seen a couple videos so far.
Right.
But I saw that video.
Sure.
So the whole thing there wasn't aggression going on. It was like, it was 100 strangers, and all of a sudden you see them later, they're sitting together. They were like, playing games and all sorts of stuff. So it wasn't like...
Yeah.
It was like there was even one thing where it was like, okay, if you can... They had a rope swing with a tire on it, and they put a Tesla over on the end. This is outside the circle there. It's like and it's not really close enough to really be able to swing with the tire and touch it easily. It's like if you can. So as long as your feet don't touch. If your feet touch outside, you're out of the game. But if you can touch that Tesla before your feet touch, you get the Tesla. And they were like, one guy was trying it, and there was a bunch of people trying to help him with it and everything, and they're helping him swing and everything to it. So it wasn't a bunch. Obviously it was people that were in there because they wanted the money, but
yeah, it's
not the same type of group. I think you would, if you put that same group together back in the 80s, it would have been a cutthroat group of people.
Oh wow!
This they didn't seem that way from what I saw on the video. Anyway, that's that. Anyway, that was kind of my amusement when I realized that.
Well, hey, I appreciate. Thank you for explaining that to me, because I'm very ignorant on many things.
And yes,
so
watch Squid Game.
Yes, it's on my list. It's on my list. You have piqued my interest, so to speak.
Yeah. What do you guys out there think about this video and the end of the world predictions?
Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
No, I've heard he's not. I hear that... Wow. I'm not old or anything. I didn't just entirely forget what I was about to say.
No. I could have sworn I heard either Kit or a Cylon. Like a... What was that?
Nothing.
Probably, damn it, it's the Rapture. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Rapture.
Looking out there to see. So, if you expect it every day, we're good. Every morning you wake up, just say, today's the day.
You know
Can't be
what?
today.
Live like it's your last day. Maybe you could be kind to each other. A little bit more of that.
This is true. You know what would be kind?
What?
A like, comment, subscribe, and click on that little bell down there if you want to know when we have a new video out. We would always appreciate that kindness.
Why not? But it's not. But you know, we don't push that. We don't want to twist your arm or anything. It's not like we want you to quit your job and move across country, seeing all the sights.
How'd you like that segue?
I didn't expect it. It works. So I liked it actually.
Let us know your opinions. What do you think about the end of the world predictions, and what do you think about another internet historian video? I think they are very well done.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we thank you all who have voted for this particular one.
Yes.
It was great. I didn't know what we were doing until we started shooting. So this was great. It's fascinating.
I enjoyed it. So thank you guys out there for being good to us and joining us. And please be good to others out there. It's kind of a nice thing to do.
Yeah, a little kindness goes a long way. And stay healthy, of course.
Yeah.
Brush and floss twice daily.
It's also good. And while you're at that, keep your eyes to the sky, because you never know what you might see. Might be the
rapture. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your line. That was purely not a line. And anyway, and keep your ear to the ground, because you want to hear that rapture coming. Of course, every knee shall bow and every tongue confess. So therefore, you'll know anyway. So think of it that way. There'll be a big horn. It'll be a hoot. But nobody knows when.
Will be many years gone by the time this planet is absorbed by the sun.
Yes, but do you think that humanity will somehow move beyond this world, beyond this planet, beyond this pale blue dot that we inhabit?
If they allow science to continue to be taught, and critical thinking.
Critical thinking, as we can tell, is common sense. Ain't that common?
If not, there's a group out there looking to push us back into the Stone Ages.
So many.
I'm sorry. I will get back down off that soapbox.
Beware the wells you drink from, and thank you for watching.
Take care, everybody.
Peace. What?
Thank you.